but I was getting the stink eye from my wife. So she's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, we're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome in to the Gamers Lounge Halo Infinite episode. My voice cracked all there. I'm all excited. So, if you haven't tuned in to the Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge before, this is a show where we explore and talk about the world of video games and competitive gaming, which is esports, and all the other stuff that is the ecosystem that floats around the video game industry, which is movies, it's TV shows, it's what else? Game releases that come out week to week, but then interesting topics that we find on the news feeds out there that are basically keeping the video game industry on Front Street. So it's always some cool topics. So obviously, this day, Wednesday, December 8th, 2021, for me and for a lot of, I'll say millions of Halo, millions of gamers out there are excited because the official gameplay release, so the beta has been out since November 15th, and that is obviously like a testing ground to find out what the game is doing, how it's playing, and that's when gamers obviously get to express their opinions. They like it, they love it, they hate it, or whatever. Me, either way, I like it. It's been fun. I've been able to tear up, not tear up like cry. It's a tier system that has been there you go, John. A tier system has been introduced to Halo now. So if you play the other shooters out there and they have the tier system that you could rank up on, earning your experience points by getting so many headshots in a match or killing somebody with a certain weapon, like a shotgun or a sniper or a sidekick, which is the hand pistol. You do those little achievements, you get the experience points, and you get the tiers to get different, like little items like I got on my Halo Infinite hat. My wife bought me, I think this came out last year because the game was supposed to come out last year. I've had this hat almost a year now. And so my old Halo Reach t-shirt here, and then also my UNSC hoodie that I've had for a long time. I'm surprised it's hanging in there, John, and everybody else tuning in. So what's up, JFK, in the Twitch chat? So yeah, so just like in the tier system, you get all these little cool clothes. Just letting you know, full disclosure, when you get the new attachments, the new helmets, the new visors, like this visor here, it doesn't help you play better. It just helps you look good while you're shooting and dying. That's the fun part, and that's the interesting part about talking about, John, the NFTs, because these are NFTs because they're digitally digital items that you can find only online, and they have value because you got to purchase them with your experience points that you earn in the games, in all the games that have these type of ranking up systems. So they won't help you get better. They just help you look good when you're playing your game. So that's the part I say that's the fun part for us fans out there. So what's up, Denai is in the Twitch chat as well. He said, "What up? Sorry I'm late." No, it's all good. We just got started here. So since the last episode, I've been kind of busy, John. I don't know if you heard, but Ludacris came to Oshkosh, the rapper.
I had no idea.
Yes.
No idea.
Ludacris, move, get out the way. Man, this is my second time seeing this guy. And everybody, we rode like a party bus down from Green Bay down to Oshkosh, which was obviously a great idea because it's a party bus. When you're in your 40s and you're going to see Ludacris, a party bus is a necessity.
Yeah.
That is,
see that.
When
Yeah.
whoever made that decision, I was like, yes, I'm in. We're going to ride that bus because I want to go, what do you say? I want to throw them bows. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And so I had the opportunity, Super Bowl 50 out in San Francisco, to see Ludacris perform at the Madden Bowl. And I kind of had a good feeling about it because I'm like, when you think about Ludacris's career, his music career, because he's also on the big screen too, but his music career has been, we know, amazing. Like, I believe his first album dropped in like 1998. I was a rookie in Seattle. That whole album, at one point in time, I knew every word and song, word for word. I could sit there and I wouldn't even listen to the music. I would just listen to my voice. That's the only thing, listening to my voice, I would listen to was me rapping Ludacris or Outkast or Tupac or Biggie, somebody like that. So I knew he was gonna drop it, make the concert amazing, and it was. So Madden Bowl concert, amazing. So when we found out where he was coming here, me and my wife found out, listened to the radio, and then we drove with the party bus, and people that were on the party bus, they were like, Ahman, have you seen the Ludacris, or you seen him in person, or talked to him, or whatever, or been to a concert? I'm like, yes. And I say, this is going to be a fun concert. He's going to make it fun. He makes it interesting. Obviously, being a true professional as he is, he relates to wherever he's at performing. So obviously relating to the people of Oshkosh, the people of Wisconsin, bringing up stuff like Packer fans and being cold outside. He wasn't happy about that. He's like, hey, I'm from Atlanta. I'm from the ATL. It was like 70 degrees when I get back home. It's cold. He's like, it's too damn cold here.
He's not wrong.
No, I was driving home the other day from campus. It was like 11 degrees on the truck, on the thermometer on the truck. I was like, yeah, winter is here now. I was like, man,
that's so depressing when you live in the Midwest, upper Midwest. And just like yesterday, I think it got down to like 18 degrees here in Madison, but it was windy. Right. So you step outside and it feels like it's like 10 degrees or less. It's just awful. And all I keep thinking is, it is December, so it's going to be here. So
right. And
get used to it. Yeah.
And December is like usually not as cold. Like this is usually January or February. So to be 10 degrees, 11 degrees now, it's like, man, we in it. We are in it for the long haul. It is going to be cold. So yeah, we did that. And obviously I was playing Halo beta through the weekend. And so before I go into that, the concert was at the arena where the Bucks play, the D-League team plays, the Herd. It was at that arena. So I was like, I'm walking in, seeing a Milwaukee Herd or the Herd logo. And I'm like, that's pretty dope. And then, of course, caught a little bit of highlight. I didn't see the whole game of the Big Ten Championship, Michigan versus Iowa. But I had a pretty good idea Michigan was going to win that game. With the run game they have with Quorum, the one young running back, he's a little cocky for me, but I like his running style. He's like a little bowling ball. He's about 5'0" and about 220. Yeah. I like the way he's built. I like the way he runs the block. I just don't like the words that come out of his mouth. Do you like the words that are coming out of my mouth? No.
That reminds me real quick. By the way, when I tuned into the Big Ten Championship game, I saw it was like 14-0 or something like that. And I thought, wow. And I think it was in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this one's pretty much I wasn't coming back from this. Did you see the video of the little boy playing football? Since you're talking about a bowling ball type of running back,
right.
And it's just been within the last 2 months, and he is just knocking over everybody on the field, just stiff arms, boom, 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 and he scores a touchdown. Have you seen that?
I've seen videos similar to that. Like I saw one where it was a rugby kid. It was a kid, Little League rugby, and this little kid he wasn't little. He was destroying the guys. He was walking through them. He looked like Vita Vea, if you know Vita Vea, the defensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Ndamukong Suh, either one. You take your pick. He was that size playing against other kids, I guess the same age, but he was just bigger. It was like a bowling ball and hitting the pins down. You guys send me that link. Send me that link.
Yeah, I'll send it in the well, I recap my week. Here, I will send you. I'm getting the link right now. Oh my gosh.
So while you do that, Denai, what's up? JFK, thank you for the sub. 9 months in, bro. Appreciate it. And yeah, Biggie. Denai says Biggie is the GOAT. Biggie is one of the GOATs, along with Pac. I say living GOATs, Ice Cube and Dr. Dre and Snoop. They're gonna all be in Super Bowl. That's an excuse just to go. Awesome. That's just an excuse just to go to the game. And then trying to think what JFK said. What did he say? Oh, did he say something else? No, he didn't. He said, how did the gameplay go? I haven't played the gameplay yet, JFK, for Halo. I will be today. And I'm going to try to stream it. If I'm streaming it all week, so if I don't get it up today, which I probably will, pretty sure, I'll be streaming tomorrow, Friday, and then Saturday as well. So by Saturday, I should be done with campaign. I'm going to go hard. I know I got a job, but we're in the off season. So I do have time towards that. So, all right, John, what you got cooking? You found it?
Okay, well, I sent you the link on our chat here on the Zoom if you want to get that. And I don't know if you can share that on Twitch or not as well. So people who are on Twitch can also see this. This is a 6-year-old footballer stiff-arming 5 other players to score a touchdown. This is probably what 6-year-old Ahman Green looked like on the football field. If you want to click on that, but you got it up right now?
I just put it in the Twitch chat, and then I'm gonna put it on mine. I'm gonna watch it on my screen over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just awesome. This kid just goes down the left sideline and he's just stiff arm. He's 6. He looks bigger than the other kids. And it's just domination at its purest form. This little kid, stiff arming dudes. Like, imagine being a little kid trying to tackle this kid, and he's 6, and he just throws you to the ground. You must think, like, football's the worst game ever.
Right, and this is definitely 6-year-olds. The helmets barely fit them. Oh my God!
You watching this?
Oh my God!
He goes down the sideline.
Oh my God!
Another one. Another one.
Ow! No! Ow! And the problem in these other kids' cases is that the helmets probably weigh more than their bodies. So as soon as they get tipped over, they're falling over. There's no way they don't have the neck strength to take the stiff arm and bounce back like them little toys. Remember the toys you could hit and they come back at you? Dang, this is child abuse. This is potential child abuse. Right? This is what that's a future Derrick Henry right there.
It is future. It's baby Derrick Henry right there.
That is totally baby Derrick Henry right there. I would be wild though if I'm the opposing team coach. I'm like, dang, I'm putting my head down. I'm like a little disappointed, but I'm like, hey man, he's on another level. I said I need to get players like that on my squad. Now if I'm the coach,
yeah.
No,
if you're the coach of that team that got scored on, aren't you also happy that your little guys like down the sideline could have gave up and been like, I just saw 3 other kids get tackled.
Exactly.
They just went after him anyway.
Exactly. Like they got heart, and that's what usually teams that I coach. I make sure my players at least got the heart. They got the passion. Sometimes, as you know, and it comes around. You got players that don't have the talent, but look, just give it effort. Let's play, and they were doing that. Even though they were eating the grass behind them. Man.
But so I'm glad you got that video. But for me, it's been a lot of the same actually. Honestly, I call Wisconsin volleyball, and the 4th seeded overall seed in the NCAA tournament continues to roll. They're in the Sweet 16. They've got a match coming up tomorrow. If they win that, they play in the Elite 8. This is all in Madison too, so they get to host, and they'll get either Minnesota or Baylor, with the winner of that one getting to the Final Four. So.
Nice.
Things getting interesting.
Ooh. Yeah, I didn't know they would rotate it to the cities like that, to the school towns. I usually thought they do like neutral battlegrounds basically, but no, they're doing it right. They're giving home field advantage to the Badgers. And the Badger ladies volleyball don't need no home field advantage. They good.
We'll take it.
Right.
We'll definitely take it though. Yeah.
Right. Them things.
It used to be a neutral site thing until they started to reward the top 4 teams in the entire country. Said, you know what, you can host the first couple of rounds, so it gets more fans in the stands, and it provides a little bit of an advantage to work toward.
Gotcha. But like I said, them ladies good. They beat my girls, my Husker girls. I was like, dang. But it was a good game. I watched the game on the Big Ten. That was a really good game. Oh man. So getting into
Nebraska's also.
Go ahead.
Nebraska's also in the Sweet 16 too. They're on the
okay. So they okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. All right. I wasn't sure. I didn't look at the bracket. I just saw what you said. You're hosting. You're gonna be doing the tournament today, tomorrow, and the weekend. I'm like, oh man. I wish if I didn't. I do have a few things going on. If I didn't have so much going on here in Green Bay, I would be down there because volleyball. Like I said, I played it in middle school. It was so fun, and it's impressive just to see because the jumping. It's a lot of jumping. Yes. You don't realize it. And to go get the digs and the spikes, I was like, when you play the game, you got a love for it. You understand the athletic ability it takes to do that. And it's impressive.
Ahman, I think you nailed it, honestly. And I know you're not a big volleyball fan, but you nailed it. The jumping. Yes. Absolutely. That's something that I think a lot of people don't pick up on. The digging, the diving. Imagine not having any pads and all for 2 hours just diving on a basketball court.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what those back row players do. And not just like diving, like all out. I'm landing. I'm in the air, and then I'm
landing on ribs and my face sometimes. Because sometimes they land. I know I've done it. I've landed on my chin. I'm like, about knock myself out. I'm like, but I got the dig. I dig. You know, I got the dig up out of there. So.
And our freshman, one last thing about volleyball.
Yeah.
She just turned 18. She's 6'9". She touches 11 feet 2 inches
When she jumps.
She can
She
touch
got
11
hops.
feet 2. She's 6'9", and she just turned 18.
That is crazy. Her wing. That means her wingspan is probably like, if she's 6'9", her wing this way, that's probably like 7, 8 feet. That's probably like 8 feet.
Nah, it's probably like 7, but still.
But still, that's impressive. That's just, woo.
So,
I like it. Sports.
good luck
Good luck
trying to block that.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So JFK says in the Twitch that it might as well separate the baseball players from the football players. Talking about the video from the little kid imitating Derrick Henry down the sidelines there for his little league team. And so we get on to the quick hits and news bites. So here in the Twitch chat, I'm gonna put in a little quick. Just a little quick hiccup here. So it's a video out there of Keanu Reeves video that people are debating, trying to say, is that really him or is it a digital version of him previewing? Looks like a Matrix video game coming out on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So I put it in the Twitch chat. Did you see it? You get it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yep.
Okay. And I looked at it closely. I zoomed in on my phone, and that is a digital him. There's no debate about it.
That's not him?
That's not him.
Stop.
It just shows you how good technology and graphics are becoming. But I looked at it several times, and I got 20/20 vision, but then I got that, your cell phone zoom in thing, and that is not him. It's his voice, but that is a digital version of him. So that's impressive. I'll have to say to 343 Microsoft, whoever developed that ad for Matrix.
Wait, so this Matrix Awakens ad, did you put this on the Twitch chat?
Yep, I put it on for people to see.
This is that's not a real Keanu Reeves?
That is not him.
Are you sure?
I'm 100%. I'm 100%.
You're telling me I paused it. This is computerized Keanu Reeves.
Yes. Yes.
How?
I just saw when I zoomed in on his eyes, you could just see the little bit of pixelation there. So, but when you zoom out, obviously you can't see it. You got to really get close to look at it. So, like I said, impressive on how this is not actual Keanu Reeves. This is just a digital version of him, but it's his real voice talking about what's coming next. It's a Matrix Awaken, another video game. Oh, listen, another game I can't wait. I played they called one, it was called Enter the Matrix. That came out on the first original Xbox. I played that thing back and forth so many times, I can't even remember. I think I beat it like 5 or 6, maybe 20 times. Because I love the movie. The movie's plot is outstanding. The first one obviously did it, but the two I found out later were kind of like, I loved them, but then talking to some of my geek friends, explaining how, if you notice the way the plot went in Matrix Reloaded and in Matrix Revolutions, the third installment where Neo died, and at the end,
the worst one.
Yeah, the worst. Yeah, people said that the worst one. So reason why is because the Wachowski brothers, they stole it from a writer. They put out an ad in the late 80s. This is the story. I mean, a lot of people if you're in the Matrix, you know this story. But if you're not, so back in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, the Wachowski brothers put an ad out in the Los Angeles Times paper asking for movie ideas for sci-fi action movies. And they got a lady to reply. And she came in for her appointment. And so the lady gave them pretty much the plot of Matrix. It was an African-American lady, writer. Can't remember her name. I know you could look it up. If you could Google it you could find her name. Anyway, long story short of it, they say thank you for your time. They took the script, created the Matrix without giving her no points, no credits basically. When it first came out. So in 1999, when the movie came out, she had no points, no credits, nothing to her name other than what she had wrote. But then right before Matrix Reloaded came out in like 2003. She, filed a lawsuit. Boom, got paid, which was great, to hear that, because a lot of that happens. A lot of movie scripts, get put out there through all the studios. They go through the ranks, and sometimes there's scripts that don't get read or put on the big screen for years, and then somebody comes along, takes it, changes a few little details, the name, the actor's name, stuff like that, and say, oh, this is a new script, and then boom, and then that person who put that script out there loses what they've earned in writing it. So now this was a story of somebody getting their just due because they actually had created the idea. So if you Google that story about the Matrix and the Wachowski brothers, you'll find it out. For me, I'm a big geek. The knowing that stuff is important. It's fun and important. And so, but seeing this game, that I'm like looking at the ad, I'm thinking it's just another commercial for the movie that's coming out here in a few weeks. Actually, next Friday to be exact. I thought that was that, but this is a video game. I'm like, Matrix Awakens. I'm like, didn't it say PS5 and Xbox? I'm like, oh, hold up, this is another game.
Crazy.
That
is a crazy ad, man.
Right.
And that Unreal Engine, man, it just makes you wonder what video games are going to look like in 5, 10, 20 years from now.
Correct.
Like, if you're able to digitalize Keanu Reeves, I still don't believe you that that's him.
That's him. That's not him.
That's fake.
It's his voice.
I think it's him.
I know.
His voice.
Hawk versus Spawn says 100% not him. That's what he says there.
Well, we as a society have to figure out deep fake laws and things because you could have Keanu Reeves at this point say or do anything you want.
Correct.
And it's just going to get better.
Yeah, I'm 100% behind you on that. I remember when Raina in Notorious Afro, our graphic artist here on the show, when she did the deep fake with me on Cyberpunk singing on Keanu Reeves' face, and then the singing one with the one R&B singer the Weeknd, they switched. She switched my face out with the Weeknd. I'm trying to get my hat straight.
Remember that one too. Yeah.
And that stuff was like, and I saw a Tom Cruise one guy did the Tom. You showed me the Tom Cruise one.
The Tom Cruise one.
That was, I'm like, oh, this is creepy. This is that. What's that Mission Impossible movie episode stuff? You've seen Tom Cruise actually wear a mask where he peels it off like a piece of paper, and then it goes from his face or from the villain's face to Tom Cruise face. It's just so weird.
Just think about, okay, so if we're able to do this digitally, what's going to stop us from taking these digitally mapped faces and making masks like that, by the way, in real life, and then have all these Hollywood effects artists carefully put it on somebody, and you could probably, in a while, if it's not already there, digitally make a face, make it a physical product, and actually put it on someone with makeup and stuff. Like,
right,
you can really trick somebody.
It's messed up, man. It's messed up. So yeah, you got to be you got to be on it. You got to pay attention. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure it's not a glitch in the Matrix. Yes. You know what happens when it's a glitch in the Matrix, right? You remember?
The cat walks by a couple times
or something. No, yeah, it's not the cat, or something is out of place, like something repeats itself. So it's maybe he saw the cat and then he saw another cat. Yeah. So it's like seeing my gun right here, and then the gun is then flipped upside down, or the gun is gone. It's like, hold up, we in the Matrix.
Glitches.
Oh man! But back to Halo Infinite talk. I put this in the Twitch chat here. So reading an article I found from Kotaku by Patricia Hernandez saying that she is obsessed with the new Halo Infinite armor attachment. And I have to agree, John. I'm a little bit. I said I went hard in the paint when beta started back in November, and they had a Fiesta campaign, or not a Fiesta campaign, but it was a Fiesta online gameplay you could do where you could get samurai armor as your avatar armor. So you had to rank up 5 tier. So you had to go from tier 1 to tier 5 to get the official armor. And then after that, you get like a visor, different color visors like this visor here, different color of the actual armor. And so I went hard in the paint. I got the level tier 5, and I got my samurai armor. So I'm kind of with her on this. So I am a little bit obsessed about it. I admit that. But there's other armors out there, and there's the other little details. So I put it in the Twitch chat. So she found this one. It is a Daisy Delights, I would say, add-on to your uniform, or to your Spartan armor. So you actually take a daisy, so a flower, and put it up on. You know how you put a daisy in a girl's hair, right on the side here. They doing that with the. So you could do that to your armor. You can attach a little daisy flower, and they call it flower power, of course. Daisy Delights Flower Power, and I'm like, oh, and this is the tier system that I'm talking about. That when you earn your experience points, you go tiering up, you get little things like this. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go with the flower because I'm shooting, I'm running, I'm throwing grenades, and I think I might just do it just for kicks and kicks and laughs and giggles. So this is available in the multiplayer, and it talks about how in the article it talks about Halo Infinite, how it refreshes the store, refreshes a new look, obviously stocks the items week over week, but this is definitely a new look, from the ammo belts to the additional visor colors, decals, and that you usually have, to now actually having a lovable. There's a teddy bear you could get and put on your chest for your Spartan armor. There's this flower. There's other little things, and the bear is called Clonely Bear instead of Lonely, Clonely with a C. So yeah, check out the article. It's a quick article. I think it's funny. I think it's cool, and again, we're talking about in the metaverse stuff is that we've been conversating about here for a long time, for about a month now, and they have another one, a little heart that could go on the bottom of your sidekick pistol. It's called Thumper, and so it's the Daisy Delights fashion line. You got the heart, you got the teddy bear, and you got the little flower. And what's up? There's Apollo right there. He's looking around. Mom must be gone. Mom is gone, so he comes downstairs when mom's gone. So yeah, that is my article there. I just saw that. I was like, oh, more Halo stuff. I'm throwing it in here. This is the Halo Infinite Edition episode, launch episode. So I'm gonna talk about it, so everybody can read the article, enjoy it. But yeah, you got all, and I'm like, because I remember playing the other shooter games. I'm holding myself back from saying the other name because this is all about Halo right now. So all the other games that I play that are shooters, they have the skins of different characters from different movies like Marvel and all that. So, and then, or they come up with stuff like they look like John McClane, things like that, that you could put on and wear and be that character. So I don't know if 343 and Halo Microsoft Studios gonna go that far, but at least having them the Spartan uniform you could spruce it up a little bit, spruce it up, put a little flower there, put a little teddy bear here, there you go. So John, what you got cooking?
Okay, so for me, we've been talking a lot about NFTs on this show and how they're going to start to integrate into video games, and how they already have, like, for example, with Axie Infinity, which, by the way, keeps selling plots of land for like millions of dollars.
Yeah,
which
I heard
is
about that.
So strange and new concept, and this is going to take over video games. I just kind of see it going that way in the future, but is it Ubisoft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have an NFT announcement that got a lot of dislikes on YouTube. So I'm not sure why everyone is disliking it, but this is the headline from videogameschronicle.com. They plan to add NFTs to its games, and a lot of people, when they made that announcement on their YouTube channel on a video, disliked it. Over 16,000 dislikes on a video that got 100,000 views. And basically launching this week in the beta with the PC version of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, it will enable players to acquire digits, which are collectible in-game vehicles, weapons, and pieces of equipment. Digits will be released as part of a limited edition, each made of a fixed number of cosmetic items.
Right.
And digits are a new way to experience, according to Ubisoft, a new way to experience cosmetic items, including the fun of playing with AAA quality assets and the thrill of owning NFTs that represent unique collectible pieces of Ubisoft game worlds. So you're going to be able to collect these digits, I think, and then get some NFTs that way. But the point is, this whole thing is moving toward NFTs and owning different parts of video games, and things are going to look different, don't you think, in the future?
Definitely. I've seen an ad. I thought you were going to bring up what I saw yesterday. Is the plot of land next to Snoop Dogg's house or compound in Los Angeles is up for NFT. It's digital real estate that's now being sold. And I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $4 million or $5 million, and it's digital. And it's next. I'm like, what? So yeah, to what you just said, to add on to that, was like, yes, digital real estate NFT
This
real
is
estate.
So confusing. So what is that going to be? Is Snoop Dogg just going to hang out in a digital metaverse, right? Just kind of hang out in his own
Neighborhood.
3D area.
Yep.
And if you want to be next to Snoop Dogg
You gotta buy
in
it.
this one area of wherever this digital metaverse exists,
Yeah.
you have to pay $5 million to buy a plot of digital land.
Yes. I was like,
That's a good investment. Ahman, what's that going to, if that takes off and you can act and people want to hang out in Snoop's metaverse,
right.
that thing's going to sell for more than $5 million.
Yeah, I think you obviously you put it out there because every time it sells, which you like, remember we were talking before we went live.
Yeah.
Every time that item sells, it's residual back to whoever put it out there. You know, so obviously yes, it's a good investment on both sides because it's going to continue to grow in value, which is
Ahman,
crazy.
as soon as a major game like I don't know, like a Fortnite, like
yes,
Halo Infinite, like
There you go.
anything, as soon as they allow you in some way to own a piece of a digital map, we need the Ahman Green estate. You know what I mean? Like
We need it.
the Ahman Green portion where you go to this map and it's all about, I don't know. It's just crazy to think about. It gets confusing in my brain.
Correct, and I agree with JFK here. JFK 305 says, "I swear everything is going to be ready, be like Ready Player One, money making companies, and then just the gamers." LOL. Yes. Ready Player One. There's another book coming. You know, he put in the Arthur from that book put another one out. Ready Player Two. So we're in the metaverse. If you've seen the Facebook commercial where they're sitting there and going like this, and they got the animals in the jungle, and then they're all
Kind of creepy.
Everybody's vibing out. Yeah, that's the metaverse. That's Facebook, Instagram. What's his name? What's the owner, the CEO of Facebook? Zuckerberg. That's his play into the metaverse. He's creating his own metaverse through Facebook and Instagram and all the other companies they own under their umbrella. So Hawk versus Spawn says, so going back to the Halo tier, I say clothing or attachment, says, talk about putting a target on your head with a flower seems easy to see. Yes, I know. I wouldn't do that. And like sometimes, John, they got the colors. They got really bright colors for your armor. I'm like, that's not a good idea.
No.
Being
That
bright
would not
yellow.
be
Or
like blaze orange, like you're a hunter.
they have blaze orange. They have lime green. I'm like, I can see you real easy. I'm like
want
gray.
camouflage.
Yeah, I'm like dark blue, gray, black armor. So I can kind of hide a little bit from you because you got radar in some of these matches. You got the radar that pops up, so you got to know where theirs are. And then JFK says, I lost my love for Halo after Reach. I would need to play Halo 4 and 5 before Infinite. You better get on it, man, JFK. I know you a Madden guy, so I'm not going to hold it against you, but you get your Halo 4, get your Halo 5 Guardians in for sure. Thank you, Eeyore, he said Eeyore is in, and that's Andy from Gaming Generations, John. He says thanks. He said nice.
Okay.
Thank you there, Eeyore. Appreciate you. And let me know, Eeyore, what about today if everything is a go, because he's supposed to be having like a gameplay of campaign down in Sheboygan area tonight, John. I would say come on up, but you're busy. You got work.
busy.
You got work,
Covering
bro.
Press conferences today. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into our conversation as we call.
This or that.
Okay.
All right.
This or that.
You got it.
So first, this or that from the mind of Ahman Green. Enjoy a massage or the sauna. I'm gonna go with the sauna here, Ahman.
Really?
I haven't really ever had a massage, so I can't really speak to it.
Oh, okay.
And it just feel I don't know if I feel comfortable like having someone like rub me. So I'll just hop in the sauna and just try to concentrate on not passing out.
Well, saying it like that, that's like it's sketchy.
Well, it seems weird. Like, hey, stranger, hi, how are you? Come.
That's
Your
hilarious.
hands all over me.
You sound like my college teammates from when I told them I was getting massages in college. They're like, bro, is it a dude? I was like, yeah. They're like, ugh. I'm like, what's wrong with a dude? It's just a massage. Relax. Grow up. I was like,
good.
I was like, yeah, grow up. That was like my college teammates. I was like, come on, guys, grow up. You too old for that. Oh no, man, that's gross, man. I need a woman. Nah. I'm like, whatever. I was like, hey, he gets the job done. I'm already. I've been playing good on the weekends, haven't I? They were like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, exactly. Doesn't matter. I was like, I had both.
Well, if the guy does it better than the girl, then you want the guy, don't you? Like in
I want
general?
who's better.
Who's
I want,
best,
yes, I want regardless, guy or girl, because I've had both. And in Seattle, I had a lady, and she would like once I got to my back and my neck, whoo, I could just go to sleep after that. I would. She'll be done, wrap up. I'll be like, all right, I give her, I'll pay her, write my check out, pay her. I go upstairs, be out. It'd be because I'm just like I just did all that heavy breathing. It's almost like Lamaze class for a pregnant woman.
Maybe I do need a massage.
You know, when you get
That'd
a
be
knot,
awesome.
right? When you get a knot, they find a knot somewhere in your leg or your back or wherever, and you just gotta you gotta like breathe through it. So I'm a massage guy. I've been getting them since college, so I'm gonna go massage. I remember the very first massage I got. It was right before my junior year of college, and I was in LA with my nephew, one of my nephew's basketball team. I was one of the chaperones, and a guy that my brother knew, who was a bodybuilder, and my brother, he was in bodybuilding for a little bit, and I hung out. I went to lunch out with him, and he said, "Man, you want to get a massage? I heard that you got them. You was getting them for your turf toe your sophomore year." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" So he took me to his masseuse, man, and she had me lay on my side, and I never had this muscle hit before. And when I say it's a muscle that is in everybody's body. It's called the psoas muscle. So you can have fun with that one. It's called the psoas muscle. And so she got to my psoas muscle, which is right, kind of like, let me see, like right here, is right here. And she pressed.
Yeah.
If I was a woman to experience birth, that was my closest to that I faced.
It hurt?
Oh
It
my
hurt?
God. I'm about passed out. When
Really?
she hit it, it was so tight. I was like, because the year before, and then going into that season, I had back issues. And she hit that and she like, oh, you've been having low back problems? I said, yeah. She's like, this is why. Your psoas is super tight. You got to do these stretches here and there to loosen it up. I'm what in God's green earth?
Okay, so I looked up where that muscle is on the body, like you said, down here, and they actually sell like these little muscle release deep tissue massage tools that you lay on. It looks like on the internet.
Dude,
if you're missing that feeling, I don't even want my psoas touched.
I'm good now. I've been getting massages for 20 plus years, so now I can kind of breathe through it now. The first time though, it put me out. Like I was tearing up. I was like talking to her. I'm like, hey, what is that? She's like, what you mean? She's like, that's your psoas muscle. I'm like, oh my God. I was like short of breath, about passed out. I slept the whole ride back to my hotel from that masseuse. It laid me out.
Dang.
Okay, ER. Darn ER. He says the event in Sheboygan is a no-go. Dang it. Oh man, I wanted to do that so bad. But yeah, I'm a massage guy. All right. So next item, please.
Hot chocolate or apple cider? Now, you ask this question during apple cider season, really.
True.
The fall and the winter. I think I'm going to go overall hot chocolate because I don't know, man. I feel like I'm more drawn toward the hot chocolate than I rarely have apple cider. And if it is, it's in like a pumpkin patch or some sort of pumpkin or apple picking.
Yeah, going out with the family and stuff. And so I haven't had a whole bunch of apple cider, but I'm also a hot chocolate guy. What was that you just spilled? You just missed the pie hole there, buddy.
I spilled some coffee.
Spilled the coffee down the hoodie over there.
Hope not. Why didn't get it on the white T-shirt?
So yeah, I'm a hot chocolate guy. When I was a kid, my mom my man, what's this? Wahoo Sam in the Twitch chat today. How you doing? Welcome to the chat, and you are now officially a greenie, just so you know. So Wahoo Sam says hot chocolate. It's an anytime drink. I might have to agree with that.
Yeah.
It is an anytime drink. So I've had apple cider once or twice, but like I said, I'm more of a hot chocolate person. And also JFK says hot chocolate. He also he copied it with whipped cream, hot chocolate all day.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. What we got next,
All right,
John?
next, this or that. What do you mean, a color hike or a color drive? What does
Oh
that mean?
man, I meant to look it up. Sorry, I meant to do some research on it because I'm like color hike. I was like, this sounds interesting.
What is a color hike?
What is a color hike? Let's find out together.
Is that just when you go out hiking in the fall?
Give the girls a list of colors before the hike starts. Oh, so I guess you hike looking for certain colors?
Okay, so you
Okay.
just go on a hike
Here it
looking
is.
for colors, or you go on a drive.
Here it is. It says, give the girls a list of colors before the hike starts. The goal is to write down as many different items of that color as possible. For hike 10 more minutes and stop again. This time the girls should write down everything they hear. Huh.
Why is it only with a girl?
Yeah, I'm like, why is it girls? It's like you go on hiking with everybody. You know, it could be a husband and wife.
How about
best
this?
friends.
I would rather go on a hike and look at the fall colors, if that's what we're doing,
Yeah.
than go on a drive. Although a drive, if you're in southeastern Minnesota, southwestern Wisconsin,
Right.
like near La Crosse,
Yep,
Winona,
I've been
in
there.
that area,
I'm pretty sure that's beautiful.
there. Yeah. There's bluffs, and right now along the Mississippi River, there are bluffs and colors. And in the fall, you're like, this exists. This is crazy. So that would be a good drive. But overall, I'll go with hike.
All right, first time chatter here in the stream. Sneed which one says it's like a scavenging hunt. So that answer our question. So I get it. So I would probably want to do it. I say for a long trip driving though, that would be something to make the trip go a little bit faster. Obviously, when you got like a 10-hour, 12-hour, or 20-hour trip, you know, picking things that certain colors or shades of colors.
That'd be awful.
Yeah. He said it'd be
20-hour trip. I just imagine taking that with my daughter. God bless her soul. She's the best. But my goodness, I
Oh yeah,
don't
little
wanna be in
kids.
a car.
Little kids on a
No.
long ride. Are we there? Oh, it is real. Are we there yet? Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's touching me. He's laying on me. She's pulling her boogers out and wiping it on my sleeve, Dad. I'm like, you better deal with it. I'm driving.
Right now, the greatest invention for drives of, a few hours or more is the iPad.
Yes.
And it's specifically like the iPad with a data plan is better if you have it. If not, you
Of
plan
course.
ahead and you download movies. You throw an iPad in a couple of movies and you don't hear from the kids
It's
in
over.
like hours. And you're like, well, we're almost there. And it's fantastic.
I say that's one thing the digital age has done for where you don't want to lean too much on it. You know,
Right.
the iPad. You want to do just like trips, okay, grocery store rides, or have them in the stroller or the basket, so you could just do your shopping where they're not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't let it do it all day now. Don't let them just be on that iPad unless they got like math games or educational games. Like, all right, now play an educational game. Switch it up. Oh, we got.
So the way we try to do it on a drive is we'll try to do like some sort of, we'll delay it as long as we can. Like, let's get the iPad out when we're at this town or whatever.
Right.
So
There you go.
anytime we play like,
Go
games,
upstairs,
like I
you
Spy
two.
games.
Sorry.
Hey, we're doing a podcast,
Yes.
guys.
Quiet. On set.
Because you're right, you don't want them on the iPad the whole time, because then it's hard to get them off the iPad.
Exactly. Exactly.
But,
All right, next items. Well, I'm so hike for me.
Like, okay, EDM or pop music? I'm gonna go with pop music.
I know this. I put this one. This is for the Twitch chat right here. This one for sure, because I know there's some EDMers out there. Because I'm with you. I'm a kid of pop from back in the day. My pop days obviously were with Michael Jackson and Paula Abdul. Will Smith was sort of pop because he didn't really.
Yeah.
He was rap, but he didn't cuss. He didn't get into the gangster rap. He kind of did. That was his stitch. That was his niche. He's like, I don't do all that. I could still bust rhymes. So he was kind of pop too. But I would say gamers for sure are EDMers, which a lot of my players at Lakeland are. And so Eeyore says EDM for him. Sneed, which one? Pop. And so yeah, pop for us too here on the host of choices here in the podcast. So, but because the EDM it's like rhythmic, but it gets almost, obviously it's rhythmic, repetitive. I'm like, only so much. I can only take maybe 30 minutes, and then I'm like, all right, I'm out. I gotta change the channel, or We gotta put something else on. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. It says, Wahoo Sam says, Will Smith had a couple of great albums, so many memorable songs. Yes, he did. What, Get Jiggy With It? Welcome to Miami. And he's not even from Miami. He's from Philadelphia. That's like Sylvester Stallone. I don't think he was from Philadelphia, but he made Rocky, a non-fictional boxer, real, basically. Yeah. So I'm with you there, Wahoo Sam. Yes, sir. And Hulk versus Spawn also says pop. And JFK says he can't do pop. That means he's an EDM kid. There we go.
The Will Smith verse you talked about. Hold on.
Oh,
he doesn't curse.
Yeah. I think
Freakin' It is a song called "Write One Verse Without a Curse." Remember that lyric?
Yeah, I do.
He has a lyric.
Yep.
Write one verse without a curse.
Hey, that's his niche. Got to do it. He mastered it, and he's still doing it. That's what I love.
And then I think of the Eminem song. So Will Smith don't want to rap or curse in his records. Well, I do. So blank him
and blank you too.
Or whatever.
of course, like classic Eminem, he would just cuss everybody out. It's like that scene. What was that scene in it's an old school movie. Was it Dazed and Confused or Half Baked? F you. You're cool. F you. I'm out.
That's such a great scene.
Yeah.
All right, next this or that. Would you rather be popular in real life or be popular only on social media?
Ooh. Yeah,
so basically, movie star or like online.
Here's your YouTubers.
If you're popular in social media, people are going to recognize you.
Yeah, because you got people that are YouTube celebrity, Instagram celebrity, TikTok celebrities that even have to go to Juilliard to become an actor or whatever, or go to acting school, or have a mom or dad who was in the acting industry. They figured it out and made it happen in one of those apps that I just mentioned. So.
That's crazy. I guess social media. Because you can always shut it down if you want.
You can take a break.
You can't really shut down your life. You'd be like, I'm done with social media. Like, I don't want this anymore or whatever. I'm gonna shut it down. You can just stop. True.
You take a break. I think it's good to take a break. I take my breaks from social media. We talked about that several times here on the show. And so I want to say, this question, I knew it was good for our audience, but I know me, I'm like, I don't really care either way. It was fortunate what I did, and get the fandom that's behind both teams that I played for in terms of Nebraska and Green Bay, but then playing in the NFL in general. So I'm like, doesn't bother me either way. Because I think social media is definitely a lot more work than actual being, if you're an actor, professional athlete, or somebody like a Zuckerberg, made a lot of money and created a famous app, you just you are who you are, with or without the attention. And because with or without attention, I'm gonna still probably be doing this show with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of like. I say I'll probably just be popular just because in real life, because then I'm dealing. It's more real to me. That's how I feel about the social media. Not saying social media is bad. Obviously, there's good ways that you can utilize it. Obviously, we've seen that, and we've seen how people just manipulate it and do terrible things with social media.
Right
out there in the world, unfortunately, there's always one apple that's rotten that spoils it for all of us. The fun. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna say be popular in real life. It's more real to me. It's more organic.
Okay.
So I'm there. And then we got to the Twitch chat. We got JFK says, back to the half-baked. That half-baked when he quit his restaurant job. Yep, that was it. That was awesome. It was hilarious. And then also JFK says popular in real life. He said, but he's shaking his head though. And he said IG is a fake popular. They ain't doing nothing like real life celebs. Okay. Gotcha. He's preaching it right there. I like it.
All right. What did he say? IG. What does he say?
He said on Instagram. So IG.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
IG is fake. So Instagram is fake. They ain't doing nothing like real life celebrities. And then Wahoo Sam says Tony Hawk used to always tweet about people not recognizing him. He's kind of that invisible celebrity everyone knows but might not recognize. True.
If you've ever read Tony Hawk's recaps of when people think they it's
Really?
fantastic.
I
It's
need
really
to.
funny.
Is it a YouTube thing or where is it at? Or is it just I gotta
It's
search
probably just something you could Tony Hawk recognized.
it? Really?
He just writes about it like on social media.
I would do
and
that
tweets
too.
it out.
Now that would be something I would do because I've
Here,
Tony
I'll
Hawk.
send you a link.
Okay, send me that link.
25 times Tony Hawk tweeted about not being recognized.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny stuff. I'll read one here. Returning paintball equipment after our son's birthday bash. Girl collecting gear, looking down at the list. Last name, me, Hawk. Her, first name, Tony. Her, haha, cool name. Me, thanks. She looks up at me. I pause awkwardly. She looks back down. Next. She's just like, doesn't even recognize him. That's a cool name.
I would do that.
Another one, like, are you Tony Hawk? Kid at the skate park. I am. No, you're not. Okay, I'm not. But you are for real? I am. I thought you'd look younger.
I've been in that conversation. That exact conversation. Just take out Tony Hawk and put Ahman Green. Somebody was like, "Oh, you're Ahman Green." I'm like, "Yeah." No, you're not. I'm like, "Yeah, I am." Yeah, oh man, I thought you was younger. Or I thought you was bigger. I've heard that a lot. Oh my God, why are you so small? I thought you was bigger. I'm like, I haven't played NFL for 12 years. I don't have to hit nobody no more. Maybe you think about that for a second. I don't have to run into guys that are like 315 plus for my life. I don't need to be
awful.
You know. Hawk vs. Spawn says "Summertime," talking about Will Smith's song "Summertime." Yes, that was it. Summertime. So that little 5 seconds got muted because it was copyright infringement. Just kidding.
Now the whole thing's been taken down. We're banned. All right, last this or that. Meet your celebrity crush or celebrity mentor. I would rather have a celebrity mentor because what am I going to do after I meet Jessica Alba? I'm gonna be like, "Hi, Jessica Alba," and then she's gonna be like, "Hi, nice to meet you," and then that's it. And I'll be like, "I saw Jessica Alba in real life." That's my celebrity crush, by the way. And then celebrity
I figured
mentor.
That out, John. I figured that out.
You can just talk to somebody and they'll help you out. I like that.
Yeah. Oh man. So for me, I'm about to do mentor. I say if I could have a celebrity mentor, it'd probably be somebody like a Will Smith, or if he was alive when I was in the NFL and now Walter Payton for sure.
Ooh.
I mean, because obviously my mom and dad, they were my mentors, but like say if it was a celebrity level type person, then yeah, it'd be Will Smith or Walter Payton. So I missed this from later. Eeyore says I was around when EDM was born underground, and JFK says I can't do pop today, so no pop music for him. And then I understand. Yeah, he also says your face has changed from your playing days. You look younger.
Hey.
So he's joking off of what Tony. I need to do that because I do have different conversations with people. The one time I did do somebody where they came up to me, they're like, "Oh, you look like Ahman Green." I'm like, you know what? I get that all the time. My brothers and sisters, every time we go out to eat, people say I look like Ahman Green. And the person, they totally, didn't they believe me? And my wife is sitting there looking at me, shaking her head, going, I'm like, I get that all the time. And then the person was like, "Oh, you know what? So it's pretty cool." And then he kept walking. And my wife, she's like, "Why'd you do that?" I'm like, I just wanted to see if it would work. I did one time. It was the one and only time I did it. I just wanted to see if I went along with the whole thing, what would happen. And I saw what happened.
That's awesome.
They totally believed me. They was like, "Okay, cool. Nice talking to you. Bye."
Here's something strange, because obviously, longtime NFL guy, you're going to get recognized a lot, and maybe even not recognized in that scenario. There's been one time I got recognized by my voice alone. Really? I was at a restaurant bar with my friends talking, and somebody goes, "I'm sorry, are you on the radio? Are you John?" And I'm like, "This is weird. How do you know?" It's the only time that I've been recognized because of my voice. It was so strange to even know, because I couldn't do that if I heard somebody, unless they had like a very distinct, like Gilbert Gottfried type of voice.
Yeah.
You know, Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows who Gilbert is. Gilbert Gottfried, that voice.
So I don't know.
Annoying.
But he
has the most famous, annoying voice.
That's got to be a fake voice, right? That's not how he really
I
talks.
think
is
so.
It?
I think it is. I think he's done it so much. He knows no other way to talk. We got to have him on the show and find out. We're gonna find out one day. One day we'll have Gilbert Gottfried to find out if that is the way he talks. To the Twitch chat here, where we at here? It says Sneed Witch One says, "Nah, I'm shooting my shot just to say I did. Just to say I did. Shooting my shot. There you go, making it happen." I know we got a couple items left, John. What we got?
Are we on the game release? Oh wait, we got one more. Sorry,
we got
I
one
didn't
more.
see this
Yeah,
one.
I thought we had one
Did
more.
not see this one. This is up to Ahman. The sidekick pistol or the battle rifle?
So this is for the Halo fans out there. This was a Halo episode. I was gonna do a whole list, but I knew the whole list of Halo stuff, John, you were not gonna participate because you don't play it. So I was being cautious of my friend here in the this or that conversation. So I did.
You, Ahman.
You're welcome. So the one question: sidekick pistol, or no, was it pistol? And
sidekick pistol or battle rifle?
Battle rifle. The 3-shot battle rifle. Twitch chat, Halo gamers. For the podcast people, put it in the feedback area. For the Twitch people, put it in the Twitch. For me, I'm kind of shook on both. This is a tough question because the Magnum from the first Halo was so dangerous that that's the only weapon I use, literally, other than rocket launcher, because you could do a lot of. Obviously, it's a rocket launcher. You could do a lot of damage with a rocket launcher. But the pistol, the Magnum from the first one, and then the pistol now, they call it the sidekick. It's legit, and that you can rapid fire that thing. It has no kickback. That mean, you understand what kickback is, John, on the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So that kickback is no kickback, literally. So you could just sit there, smash that button. So, and battle rifle is 3 shots to the head. So it's like you get 3-round burst. 3 of that to the head is over for the person. So that's a tough one for me. And you got a scope on it too. So I hate to pick. This is like picking against your kids here, John. It's like
Pick one.
I love them both. I'll pick one. I'll go sidekick because it's quicker. It's a little quicker than the battle rifle. Sneed, which says the BR, the battle rifle for them. And then JFK says, last thing I love about Halo was all the pistol headshots only. That was SWAT mode. So, John, they had a mode on Halo 5 and Halo 4. Okay. I think it might have started on Halo 4. It was called SWAT. It's where you could shoot them in the body, they wouldn't die. But it was only headshots. So that helped you get your aim down, accurately. So he said only headshots. So when you get a headshot, the head pops like confetti, and it did. So the head will pop like confetti, and you hear hey, and so I would say pistol. So you go boom, hey. So they take the violence out, get a shot in the head. You could YouTube that. I'm pretty sure
they make it fun.
Yeah, they bring legit fluff to the headshot in the game of Halo. All right, here. So now we're headed into one of my next favorite segment.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases.
Game
releases.
So you know what I'm talking about. I'm giving more history, more information about this game called Halo Infinite and then the whole Halo saga. It's crazy. So it's awesomeness. So this is just to put a time on it. So Halo 5 Guardians, John, came out back in 2015, October 27th. That's when it released. All right. So almost 10 years ago. And now we have the next installment. And so what I didn't know reading up on this is that between Halo Infinite, Halo 4 or Halo 5 and Halo 4 was actually, even though it's 1, 2, and 3, the Halo 4 and 5 and now Infinite were part of a saga there that is keeping the Super Soldier Master Chief in his fight against the enemy and banish them from the Forerunner Ring World Island Zeta Halo. So that's kind of the thing you see on the Halo, kind of like the half ring. If you ever see the 343 or any Halo pictures, it's like that planet that he's protecting from the alien species called the Covenant. And So I didn't know they broke it up like that. So kind of like Star Wars did the first 3, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then Force Awakens, Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith. So sounds like they did that here. I was like, oh, okay, y'all trying to get clever like George Lucas here. I like it. I like it. Yeah. So Infinite has planned, like I said, was planned to release last year, November 10th, 2020. But obviously, we know what happened there. So in the 20th anniversary of Xbox, so Xbox has been around for 20 years. So this obviously kind of fit into their whole launch of the game and fun little stuff about the game and the history of it. They made a controller. So they got a Master Chief controller, which I got. Ooh, right here. Ooh. The Master Chief Edition controller. And I also got, the, and make sure my headsets don't pop out. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, Ahman's going to put his headset down, and he's going to go retrieve something else he's going to show us here on the Twitch chat. So if you're just listening to this, you should get on our Twitch chat. We do live every Wednesday. Here we go.
And also I got the 20th anniversary Xbox controller for the Xbox 20th. It was pretty sweet.
In the box.
In the box still, yes. Yes. So yeah. I'm all in, baby.
He's ready, man.
All in. You go hard. It's how you go. What? Only thing I need to do now is get a Master Chief or some type of Halo tattoo. That's the next level. And I'm on that. Because I already got a Batman tattoo. I think I'll go on my other leg and put like the something Master Chief. Either his helmet or maybe the Twitch chat could decide. A helmet or his symbol or his number. 17 John. He's Master Chief John set 117. Whatever. Twitch chat. Y'all can let me know.
Tattoo ideas on the Twitch chat. Yes.
Greenies, give me some tattoo ideas for Master Chief. So Halo. So JFK asks, Halo 4 through 6 is a new story. So yeah, this is technically 6, Halo Infinite. So yes, it's basically I want to say a big whole new story, but it's still, to me, it seems still connected on some levels. Hey, this might be smart from Sneedwich1 says, you don't want us to decide. That might be a smart thing.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're going to let the internet decide. Last time the internet decided something, a boat was called like Bodie McBoatface or something like that.
Bodie,
you know what I mean?
So yeah, that wouldn't be good. So let me think about that one. I got all week to think about that one, Sneedwich1. That's a good, thank you for that observation. I just was so excited about the game. So Halo Infinite is out. Standard edition $59.99. You can get the steel box edition that has a set of 5 patches, the plasma pistol, replica bottle opener, energy sword, illuminated collectible, set of USNC lanyards and an ID wallet, art print, and an art box, all for $169, $69.99. And that is I believe I saw that at Amazon and Best Buy, I think. I know for sure, Best Buy. But at Amazon, if you pre-ordered it, you could get the Zeta Sky armor, which is kind of like a baby bluish, almost similar to the blue like my chair, and that's so your armor, as well as the chosen emblem and nameplate, and the exclusive VK78 Commando, which is the other gun I like on that game, the Commando, all in the same color. So it's like a bluish, design, like you could do on some of the other shooters. You could change the paint color on your weapon. So there's a lot of fun stuff. They put their whole foot in it. John, Microsoft 343. Yeah. You could go to different places. Walmart has different deals. Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop. Every place has its different deals on pre-orders, on skins, toys. Like this big Walmart. Walmart has the steel case box. So and I might have to go over there too and grab that. My wife is like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Look, just give me this. Hey, Christmas is around the corner. So, don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's Halo.
Christmas is coming early.
I'm a grown man. We got no kids in the house. I can do this.
Yeah. All right, my video game pick. My video game for the pick week is Life is Strange. It's coming to the Switch here. This was supposed to be part of the original release, I think, in September with PS5, PS4. Yep. Xbox, PC, or whatever, but it got delayed. It's True Colors. It tells the story of Alex Chen, a young woman who moves to the small town of Haven Springs, reading from videogameschronicle.com right now, where she ends up investigating the death of her brother, which she believes may not be accidental. She has a power called empathy, which lets her see people's emotions as differently colored, glowing auras around them. Then she absorbs that energy and manipulates people like that. So this is coming, Life is Strange, to the Nintendo Switch here finally after its initial release back in September. So you can go to the Nintendo Switch and how much is it? Hold on.
Shouldn't be much. It's Switch game. They're pretty good price.
I don't have the price right now. Hold on.
I would say like $25.99 or $20.99.
Let's guess. I'm gonna guess $19.99.
I'm right. I'm gonna guess. I'll go $20.99.
$20.99. Actual price. Oh, now I gotta verify my age.
Oh, you're at the website. You're at the That's the website. You must be on the website.
Yeah, I just want to buy something, Nintendo. Jeez, it's not like I'm buying alcohol.
The content.
60.
Ooh, it's $60 on a Switch.
So
game?
it's a normal price.
Oh, normal price. Okay. Yeah, usually Switch games are like $20-$30. They don't really get into the 50s and 60s, but it must have a heavy load of information in the content of the game. All right. Good job with game releases, John. Now we're headed on to...
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
What's on stream here? And I got a fun movie where you get to see a famous actress in a new light. It's called Bruised with Halle Berry. So she plays an MM fighter that is looking for her last shot of redemption. And she gets it when her young son that she left behind comes back into her life. So it's Halle Berry, Aiden Canto, and Adrian Lennox. Oh. It's on Netflix. It's been on Netflix for probably a couple weeks now. So I remember seeing the preview, and I'm like, and she's no makeup. You know, she got braids. So Halle Berry has cornrows headed back and no makeup. But I'm like, that's Halle. I could see her. And she got into the role. And you've seen her in the John Wick films fighting. And she's one of those actresses. She gets all in terms of the role. And she's knocking dudes out. She's knocking women out because she's a female MMA fighter. And one person I recognized was somebody who I actually know. One of the fighters in one of the scenes is an old friend of mine. Her name is Phaedra, and she is a rugby player, female rugby player, professional. But then she did motivational speaking. We met on the set of, well, it wasn't on the set. It was like, you remember the MTV show True Life? I want to be True Life. I want to be this so it was True Life. I want to be a rugby player, and they came to Green Bay, Wisconsin. They found a high school girl that wanted to be a rugby player, and she was a girl that was usually when you see her was like the pretty girl and not the one you would think that played just by looking at her. Wouldn't play rugby. So that was the show. And so they called me, MTV called me and called Phaedra. And Phaedra, I met her when I was playing rugby myself. And so I was like, oh, you come to Green Bay. That's dope. And she's like, you know, I do this, that, and then also an actor. And so when I saw her, I'm like, oh, I know her. Halle Berry fighting on a friend of mine. I'm like, that's pretty dope. I was like, oh. So check this movie out. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes. It's on Netflix. You're going to enjoy it. I say if you're into boxing or MMA, there you go. If you like Halle Berry, great actress, beautiful as well, but great actress, there you go. Check it out. It is called Bruised. You see Halle Berry in a different here. She's grimy, she's rugged, she's getting beat up, she's beating people up, and but it's a good movie, good motivational movie once you see it through all the way through the end. So check it out, Bruised. It's on Netflix. So what you got, John?
All right, before I get to my movie, I looked up a little bit about Halle Berry while you were speaking there. Yeah. She's 55. She's 55.
Right,
she trained for this movie, learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, Muay Thai, Taekwondo, and kickboxing. So she went hard in the paint with this training. She even broke 2 ribs during a scene.
Dang. Now that's getting into the role. That's full That's what I said. Going hard in the paint.
And she's 55.
Man.
Imagine being 55 doing all that and then breaking ribs. Like, I'm 42 and I could imagine having to.
I've had
Not
ribs
an
broken.
injury.
I have
Yeah.
from football, and
Yeah.
my God, like so how my ribs got broken, it was like friendly fire. So I got tackled.
Oh.
This was down in Houston. We played against the Texans, and it was 2002, and I just got tackled. I'm laying on my back. I'm at the bottom, literally on the bottom of the pile, and Mark Tauscher slides across my stomach, and his knee brace that he wore grabs one of my ribs and moves it above the other rib. I felt it. I'm like,
Oh, that's the worst.
I was like, oh my God. So this is the first time, like I had bruised ribs when I was in Little League, but cracked ribs, broken ribs is a whole another level of pain. So I hats off to Halle Berry to doing her thing, making a movie, because those ribs don't heal obviously fast. They take at least their bone. You broke a bone, so it's at least a month before they completely heal up, and that's a month of barely moving. And so to her, hats off. And when did she break those ribs? Because like if they were at the beginning of the movie shoot, it's like they might have to take a month off. Or she's like, you know what, just strap me up, let's go. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she said, because the only way to like secure ribs is you like wrap yourself like a mummy, and you barely can breathe. Sneezing hurts, laughing hurts, sitting down in a chair hurts, just breathing hurts. Okay, blinking your eyes hurts. Anything that moves your neck and head hurts. So that's saying a lot for the actress, Academy Award-winning actress, putting her whole foot in the thing on the boxing and fighting Muay Thai. But she was already doing Muay Thai. If you saw her in John Wick, remember John Wick? Did you see that? It's John Wick 3 and 2.
She broke 3 ribs in John Wick 3, by the way. It says. She just must have bad ribs.
Hey, she's bringing it. She going hard. Like I said, hard in the paint. Who's
All right, my pick is right behind me.
I see that. I can't wait to watch it.
It's called 8-Bit Christmas. It's on HBO Max. It was released almost 2 weeks ago, and it's set in the late 1980s. Everyone else, and it's the story about he's telling a story to his daughter about it's the late 80s. This is what your dad had to do to try to get a video game. And there's lots of cultural references from the late 80s that if you grew up in that time, you're gonna love. The ending is fine for me, but it kind of goes beyond just the video game. It kind of wraps it up. But it was also made by the same guys the same group, I should say, that brought you Elf. So
nice. Okay. Nice. I like it.
That nostalgia of the late 80s and stuff like that.
Yep.
Definitely worth it. And you'll have some time away, hopefully from work, and you'll be around family. It's a fun hour and a half or however long it is.
Right. Yeah. It just brings me back to my childhood, because when I got the Nintendo, I was the first on the block to have it.
Oh, you're just like the kid in the movie then.
I was the first one. My dad came, got it for me. I opened the box up. I was like, and it had the gun for Duck Hunt. I had Rob the Robot too. He got the whole thing, because it was Rob the Robot, and then obviously controllers to play Super Mario Brothers, and I think he got me Super Mario, Gyromite that came with the system, and then Duck Hunt, and then 10-Yard Fight. Those are the 4 games I had to start it off, and yeah, everybody was at the house, hanging out, playing Duck Hunt, missing.
Dude.
People getting mad at the dog. I'm like, how you gonna get mad at the dog? You just missed it.
And they all line up, and the kid who has one is like, you can all come in and play. And at one point, did you ever have the Power Glove?
Yeah. No, I missed the Power Glove. Mom and Dad's like,
there's even
nah.
There's a scene about the Power Glove, and the kid, everybody's like, oh my gosh, he's got the glove. It's amazing. The kid's playing, and it doesn't work as well. And so it's funny. They're like, we came to realize the Power Glove sucks.
It did. I used it a few times at a friend's house, and it just didn't interact right with the game. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, Eagle says, what's up? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Wahoo Sam says, that is when you started wearing a flat jacket, isn't it? I'm trying to say, oh yeah, for my ribs. Talking about when I cracked my ribs. Big childhood. So he's probably referencing 8-Bit Christmas, because I know Eeyore, he is a big time gamer, and that definitely was mine too. Like once I got it, I wasn't doing the picking everybody. I just said, everybody, come on in my room, let's go. I wasn't being selective. I was like, hey, come on, let's do this.
Yeah.
We about to get into.
You're the kinder version of that kid.
Yes, but yeah, I guess for movie's sake, it obviously plays off a little better when you got somebody that's a little knucklehead, as we call them. Yeah. And it says, and then JFK says, check out Hawkeye. It's actually good. No, we talked about Hawkeye a few weeks ago.
That's next week. I started that.
It's
I really do enjoy it.
It's good.
I didn't think I would because Hawkeye doesn't seem like a lot of superpowers. Obviously, no superpowers.
But
so I didn't know if I'd like it, but I do like it a lot so far.
Me too. I like it. The interaction between him and Jeremy Renner, and I can't think of the actor's name, but Kate Bishop, the girl that plays Kate Bishop. Their on screen interaction is really good and funny. I like it. It's funny. I saw a post. It was a meme of him, Jeremy Renner, and all of the actresses that he's been side by side with. Because with Scarlett Johansson, they were sort of kind of a platonic friendship. You wasn't sure in Endgame, in the whole of the series. You knew they loved each other, but it was more platonic than anything because he's married, and the character is married in the movie. But from an actor side, he's been on red carpet walks with all the actresses. I think it was Scarlett, then the actress now who's Kate Bishop, then like 2 or 3 others. I think it was Angelina Jolie maybe because she's in Eternals, and some other ones as well. So he's had a good run of walking on the red carpet with beautiful actresses right now for Jeremy Renner's. He's batting 1,000 on the red carpet.
Yes, he is.
But 8-Bit Christmas, I'm watching it. I think I saw a preview for it, so I'm like, oh, I gotta check that out. And it's literally like ER said, it's like kind of like my childhood a little bit. But I was in Los Angeles. I wasn't in Chicago, so I no snow on the ground. You had Crips and Bloods and Nintendo. Okay.
And no snow.
And no snow. So there you go. So that is the end of our podcast, man. John, fantastic hanging out with you, man. It was awesome. Conversation about everything. To the greenies in the Twitch chat, to the new greenie, Wahoo Sam. Thank you for jumping in. JFK always here. And also Sneed Witch 1, also new to the Greenies family. Appreciate engagement. Eeyore, always good. Big Boom Howard. And Fire Eagle was able to sneak up in here. You might be at school though. It's a weekday. Fire Eagle, I know you might be in school. Mad Max was in here too, and Denai was in here at the beginning. So everybody, thank you for jumping in for the live stream, and for the podcasters. Hey, we'll be back next week for have another this or that. We'll be doing game releases, and then obviously what's on stream, and then all the fun trending topics that we may discover out there, what's going on in the video game world. And so for the socials, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AhmanGreen30. That's all one word. And then obviously, where I'm at on Twitch is Ahman Green TV. And also on TikTok, we are Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge on TikTok. So follow us on there. That's when we'll post things like, in case you missed it, our game releases and what's on stream choices for you to look at on TikTok as well. So John, let people know where they can find you on your social.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at John Arias Radio, JONARIAS. Also Johncast Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And I also do a podcast as well. And you're running out of time to win $500 if you want to jump on that.
Do it.
Listen to the podcast to find out how. There you go.
Do it. So download our podcast at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you download your podcast. Give us all the feedback. Give us the reviews, because that is the stuff we like to hear, so we know to get better. So do that, please. And also follow the podcast at AG_Gamers Lounge. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So you can find us on TikTok, Facebook, like I mentioned. We're also on YouTube. And then obviously here on Twitch, you can come back on Twitch and watch the VOD if you ever want to have another hilarious hour and 9 minute show and enjoy it again. You can do that here on Twitch. So everyone, have a good rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and play way too much Halo this weekend like I am going to do. I'm going to try to have that game beat by Sunday, the campaign. So talk to y'all later.